Okay. So first of all, like those who can turn on your cam, please do so because it literally feels disheartened to talk to blank screen. Okay, thank you, Sheikh. Though. Okay, so first thing, what I want to convey that I will be discussing today the commands. Okay, that directives that UPSC gives, that you ensure that you should understand before answering or before reading anything. Because what happens whenever we are reading anything, or suppose some statement is there, so how you can create question in your mind, how you can become mains oriented while reading itself. Suppose there is a very good statement. Okay, ki, this is how Mughal Empire got disintegrated, or Mughal Empire got disintegrated. Now, if it is comment, how you should think. If it is evaluate, how you should think. Or if it is critically evaluate, critically examine, or any other word. Okay, so I will be coming with the some major keywords, and if I feel that anything is left, you guys can mention. As I said, whatever you will mention, I will discuss the same. Apart from that, why this is the right time, because from now onwards I will be directing that you should read at least 2 to 5 mains question. I'm limiting it to GS1. I am limiting it to GS1 only for the time being. Okay, when I say GS1, I mean modern history only, nothing else. Okay, make sure if you read from the GS1, that's it. GS1 से कहीं से भी कुछ भी आ रहा है, because GS1 is the generally static portion, you can understand the questions. Okay, my interventions over there is not that much required. Clear? So as I have to free this ID by 9, so I will be discussing whatever have to be delivered through the recording. If the situation demands an interaction is required beyond 9 p.m., I will give another link and we will talk on that link. Fine. Okay, so let's start. So first thing, the very basic terms, please do write it down, make notes, whatever you feel. Okay, because I will not be giving the notes for the same. I want you guys to just engrave my wordings in your mind. Okay, so first point, comment. So comment, discuss, elaborate. These are the sister commands, I will say. Comment, discuss, elaborate. Somehow the answer demands you to address particular point over there. Okay, suppose the question is democracy. Okay, on like media is the fourth pillar of democracy. Completely fine. You must have heard somewhere or another. Okay, so when I say comment, what I mean, I do not want anything else. Just tell me how it is the fourth pillar. If I say discuss the types, tell me how it is the fourth pillar, nothing else. Okay, similarly, elaborate. You have to show why it is a fourth pillar, nothing else. You are not going deeper, you are not going to say anything about negatives, what is it, nothing. Just discuss. Every sentence formation should be positive itself over here. Please do note it down, whatever I am telling you. Okay, because most likely within 2 weeks, how to write answers will start, and from there onwards the real preparation starts, according to me. Okay, so I'm done with the comment, elaborate and discuss. Now I'm moving to the points where you have to apply certain things. You must have heard examine and evaluate. Examine and evaluate. These are again sister keywords. So how to differentiate what is examine, what is evaluate? So remember, doctor examines you. What is the issue behind it? Okay, why you are showing certain symptoms? Suppose I will say 1857 war was India's first war of independence. And examine. When I say examine, in what context it became war? First war of independence. Okay, not why. I'm not asking in what context. why it is a war. But when I say evaluate, as you know, when we start evaluating your answers, we say ye acha likha hai, ye bura likha hai, this is positive, this is negative in your answers. Means everything has merit as well as demerit. Then we evaluate. I say isme demerits zyada hai, that you have written more irrelevant points, you will get 2 marks or 1 marks or 0. Okay, so evaluation is something giving you a kind of decision as well. But examining, doctor is just examining, it will ask for the reports and all. It might be a case that, but decisions is not there in examination. Okay. So you have to take, not necessarily take this step, but examine means you have to go deeper. Why it is a war? What we require in the war? Okay, did we have the army? Yes. Did we have the leader? Yes. Can we say that it was pan India? Yes. Examining, but evaluating. Do we had unity of command? Yes. Bahadur Shah Zafar. Whether we can call it or not, all in principle agreed for the war of independence, na? But whether it was true in nature or not, in evaluation you can say that some of the what to say here, historians, some of the historians were not of the opinion that it is the first world war of independence. It is not. So what? Okay, fair enough. Now I will be just using a word critically in front of both the words. Another pair of words. Critically examine, critically evaluate. So generally there has been a misconception in the aspirant community as well as amongst the teacher. What should be the approach towards the critically evaluate or critically examine? So you must have heard, if you have taken classes or you have saw some videos, that critically means you have to say 60% negative about the statement. Suppose I say British Earth, oh sorry, 70%, 60 to 70%. Suppose I say Britishers helped India, yeah, Indian integration. Okay, I'm saying British help in India's integration or Indian integration. Point. Critically examine, critically evaluate. Now, this statement is true as well as false. Both the perspective, as I said. Okay, if it is the evaluation, it's up to you what kind of answer you want to show to the word. But if it is examined, then what? In both the situations, you should talk first about the negatives, that is for the sure. Okay, that how they were not about the Indian integration rather than maximizing their personal interest. Okay. At the same time, you should say positive as well. Yes. Even though unintentionally, you know that while discussing these words, I'm discussing kind of structure with you guys. It would have been very easy for me to say the definitions and all, whatever it is there in the market. But I do not know if you are able to notice or not. That's why I had to trigger this. I'm discussing the structure. Even though they brought everything for their personal benefits, Okay, be it Telegram, Rail, and whatever it is. Unintentionally, it benefited Indian system as well. So yes, it helps in unity. Then pointers, tuck, 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 tuck. Okay. Clear? Now, second thing. In both the situations, try to keep it maximum 60%, I will say, of the negative. If you can say 50-50, even that is fine for me. So rather than going up to 70% negatives, my suggestion will be, if you're talking first about the negative, then talk maximum 60%, minimum 50%. 50-60 के बीच में रख के then you move on. Now people ask me कि sir ये तो ठीक है 50-60 हो गया. Why negative first and positive later stage? So simple answer to the same. Desserts generally we eat post dinner only. It's not like that पहले dessert खा लेते हैं फिर नमकीन खा लेंगे फिर गरम पी लेंगे फिर ठंडा पी लेंगे. This do not work. And we know that all is well if end is well. So in the end, we have to keep positive side. That's it. Okay. Another sister words, illustration, or say give suitable examples. They both are same thing. Illustration means you have to show whatever has been asked in the question through examples, through data, through facts, through figures. When I say substantiate with examples, I mean the same. So these are the 4 or 5 categories that I have created while understanding the UPSC directives. Okay, so if you feel that any directive has remained unaddressed or any directive that you still find that is challenging, do let me know. The stage is open for you guys. Yes, good enough. Thank you. Analyze as well as critically analyze. So बाकी लोग सो रहे हैं. It means you haven't done your homework. So what I will do, I will explain to Ayushi over the phone call. बाकी सबके लिए तो कोई word बचा ही नहीं होगा, I guess. Okay. So when I say analyze, you know what is the analysis when you establish the relationships between one or two variables? Okay. As we say, after doing the analysis, the team India is very strong. We have 4 pacers, 2 all-rounders, 1 spinner within this team, and at the same time 8 batsmen, because we have n number of all-rounders who can come handy during the T20s. This is the analysis. Pitch analysis. Grass is greener, so ball will be a kind of pitch will be supporting kind of fast bowlers. Okay, analysis, establishing relations between the variables, whatever has been asked in the questions. In analysis, how you establish the relation, you pick one point and you go with the same, okay, multiple perspective of the same point. There are two things while in the essay writing as well as answer writing. One is dimension, second is perspective. What are the dimensions while writing answers? Political dimension, economical dimension, social dimension, technological dimension, legal dimension. These are the dimensions. What are the perspectives? Within dimension, when we go deeper, we call it perspectives. So what is it? Suppose we say dowry is bad. One perspective Anyone will agree. Second perspective, no, it is not bad. It is one of the cultural things that we do. Suppose if I ask 1 rupee as a dowry, just to safeguard my culture, I think a number of people will start agreeing to us. यहाँ 1 रुपए में क्या फर्क पड़ता है? But is it a bad thing? Yes, certainly. If I say 1 CR instead of 1 rupee, perspective difference. Can we establish any relation? Certainly we can. Education. So one says, as Nelson Mandela has put into the book, his books, education is the biggest weapon to defeat poverty and all whatever it is. So one perspective, yes, agree kar jayega. Second says no. Education is just enabler. Other things are also required. For example, health. बीमार कर दिया तुमको, then I ask चलो Labasna, and you are on bed rest. What you will be able to learn? What you will be able to do? Nothing. Perspectives. When we go deeper, it's the analysis. Okay. Yes. Elucidate. Thank you, Vandana, as well. चलो सो के लोग ये जाग तो रहे हैं. Elucidate is nothing but 3 words. To do away ambiguities. Subsidies are double-edged sword. Subsidy is double-edged sword. Elucidate. Certainly on one side it helps. Second, even people are enjoying the subsidy, those who can afford the things. But on our next second and all. So depending upon the statement, what kind of subsidy? If it is on food grain, certainly it's fine. Subsidy on luxury cars, not fine. Do away with the ambiguities. Ambiguities means uljan, dilemma. That's it. The examiner or the question maker is unable to take the decision. He is asking you to work on it. Sir, difference between critical analysis and critical examine. I guess I'm very much clear now. Critical analysis, you go within the deeper within the perspective, 1 or 2. In the critical examine, you go multiple dimensions. Examining, खून टेस्ट करवा लो जी, हड्डी का टेस्ट करवा लो, दिमाग का टेस्ट करा लो, whatever it is there, सब टेस्ट करा लो. Analysis में सर कंपैरिजन कर दे दो थिंग्स के बिटवीन. इट इज नॉट कंपैरिजन, आई एम सेइंग एस्टैब्लिशिंग द रिलेशनशिप. Okay, Abhishek, good. Justify to what extent? Assessment. Okay, assess and differentiate. Okay, justify to what extent is not a question. Believe me, you will never find to what extent. It is a phrase. Assess, your assessment or evaluation, I guess it is the same meaning. First term assessment, first term evaluation, मिलना तो मार्क्स ही है. ठीक है. डिफरेंशिएट, ये बताने लगा तो मतलब तुम लोगों को डिफरेंशिएट नहीं पता. 2 चीजों में डिफरेंशिएट करना है यार.
मेरा डाउट सर डिफरेंशिएट में ये था कि मतलब उसमें मतलब सिमिलैरिटीज और डिफरेंसेस दोनों देने हैं या सिर्फ डिफरेंसेस देने होंगे सर? जैसे एंथ्रो के जो मैंने एंथ्रो के वर्सेस मतलब एंथ्रोपोलॉजी वर्सेस सोशियोलॉजी इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन किए हैं सर, तो उसमें दोनों देना होता है, सिमिलैरिटीज भी डिफरेंसेस भी.
डिफरेंशिएट, it means you are differentiating 2 things. It is not difference. Okay, differentiate, you have to generally say how they are similar as well as dissimilar. So you have to give the both perspectives.
क्योंकि सर जैसे एक क्वेश्चन आया था इंडियन और फ्रेंच सेक्युलरिज्म के डिफरेंसेस, तो सर उसमें दोनों ही पॉइंट देने होंगे.
डिफरेंसेस नहीं आया होगा, डिफरेंशिएट आया होगा. अगर डिफरेंसेस आया तो फिर जो डिफरेंसेस है वो बताओगे. It will be not, if difference is there, you have to talk about the differences only. Justify. Justify is nothing but, again, as I say, illustrate. You have to justify, give the example how you are saying this. Okay, so illustration plus evaluation is justification. Evaluate किया, examples दिए. Exactly, without justify stand लेना, आप justify कैसे करेंगे इसको?
मतलब एक stand लेना होगा ना सर.
Whenever we are evaluating, we are taking stand. Either you perform good or bad. Okay. Anyone else? कोई सो के जागो.
सर जो क्वेश्चन आया था सर वो था कि हाउ इज इंडियन कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ सेक्युलरिज्म डिफरेंट फ्रॉम वेस्टर्न मॉडल ऑफ सेक्युलरिज्म.
डिफरेंट बताना है तो सिमिलरिटीज क्यों बताओगे?
तो डिस्कस, मतलब उसका कीवर्ड डिस्कस ही था. लेकिन
तो डिस्कस था तो फिर आपको वो चीज थोड़ा यू हैव टू डू.
ठीक है.
ओके फाइन. एनी क्वेश्चंस? No. Okay, so I shall be stopping recording over here.